Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Hello everyone, I'm RiggyRob and welcome back to my blind playthrough of The Witcher 3. And the reason why we are going back to The Witcher 3 is because not only is The Witcher TV series been released on Netflix and people have been enjoying it, haven't actually finished it yet, but we watched most of the episodes. I think we've got 2 left to watch. But also, despite playing through the entirety of the main game last year, I never finished off the Blood and Wine DLC. So, it's about time I did that, isn't it? Also, I'd like to say that this is a good example of cross-media synergy and promotion. If only Star Wars could do something like that, right? So anyway, let's get started, shall we?
Geralt of Rivia.
Hello.
Sit with us, Witcher.
Sure, why not? These are the envoys, wine boys from Toussaint.
On a notice board.
You see, Palmerin, I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyrin and Palmerin de Lawnful. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Probably is.
Involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
You have a very interesting hairstyle. Hey, Reaper has just subscribed. One of us. One of us. Hi, hello, buenos dias. Embrace your dreams, RiggyRob. Thank you, I will. Reaper has subscribed with Twitch Prime, and they've subscribed for 21 months. Thank you very much, Reaper. And yes, the Facecam sub goal is on the screen, so that has accurately reflected on the on-screen count. Although I think I've mentioned this a couple of times, I think the count is actually behind for some people. But thank you very much, Reaper. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful morning, I guess. But afternoon for you. How you doing today? Alright. So, they're sworn to fight injustice and oppression. Once they've dealt with the marauders, we have a matter we present to you. Yeah, I'll help you out with the bandits. Why not? It's the whole point of this.
Plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
No.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
Sounds like one of these guys is going to die, depending on which way you play this. But we'll see.
Hear that? Your bandits have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
They've got very shiny gold armor, I must say. Like, gold is not a very protective metal to use. Hello, banditos. They're not very threatening. I mean, they're just hulking around a bit. Are we not stopping them? Wow. We're just letting them do this. Okay.
Hark! Contemptible cars!
Oh, they've got full helmets as well.
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Lawnfall, call upon you to repent. Set your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and duty here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
They're just like, we're just gonna kill them now.
Right, good jest that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Time to kill them.
Wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Ooh. Oh, we actually get to intervene on behalf of the bandits as well. Okay, interesting. Maybe you should take my advice and listen to Palmerin.
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says,
Or what?
or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint, and they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
There's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Wow.
Some wench sent them. Folk who say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Kind of working?
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon the Heron you will pay with your own blood.
By the crane, villains, ready your arms!
Oh, they are so fancy. Alright, well, let's get going and murdering. It has been a long time since I played Witcher 3, so I'm hoping I get back into the swing of things. Although, to be fair, the combat of The Witcher 3 is not the reason why I play this game, right? Another few things to notice is I am using the lapel microphones, as we mentioned a couple of times over the last couple of days. So, The Witcher 3 hopefully will sound fine. I know there was some echo with the voice acting in Life is Strange, and a little bit in Spyro, but not too much, I don't think. So hopefully there's no problems with that. Yeah, I mean, from what I can tell, I actually just needed to change the noise gate settings on OBS a little bit, so that I'm picking up less background noise because it's a lot further away, and the gain on the microphone is not that good. But yeah, I guess it's going to take some tweaking and so on, so we'll see. So, how many bandits are there? Also, I'm assuming that Palmerin and the other guy can't die, because they don't have health bars here, so... Alright, let's have an enhanced swallow. Suppose I should really be trading my Witcher signs out for something else. But, like I said, still getting into the swing of things again, yeah. So, Reaper, have you had any chance to watch the Witcher TV show on Netflix? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? Because so far, I think it's pretty good. Like, speaking as someone who has no experience of the books at all, and only have the games to base what I know of The Witcher, it looks pretty good. Like, Henry Cavill is doing a very good performance as Geralt, and... like, the storylines all are interesting, you know, because some of it's based off the actual storylines in the book, like The Last Wish and the Genie thing with Yennefer and Geralt. There's a bit of a weird thing with the time confusion, but, you know, get used to it. I haven't watched The Witcher yet. I would recommend it. Pretty good.
It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend.
They're so fancy.
Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
Heard it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I've seen a lot of internet stuff about people who liked Game of Thrones are just latching on to The Witcher, and
So
people who
fess
like
up.
the games are just
What brings
like,
you
yeah,
such
this
a
is good
long way?
We
adaptation.
are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition,
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Why is Anna Henrietta written in English there,
Shall
but
you
the rest of the
answer
message
her
isn't?
call?
So, did Anna Henrietta say all that word for word?
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
In point of fact, she said, "Bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone." The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I
Might
don't.
add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
Alright, this beast, tell me more.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses, bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
Yeah, eyewitnesses are not
How many
reliable.
victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
Attorney. Alright. Ooh, we got lots of stuff about it. I mean, obviously I'm taking the contract. I don't see any reason not to at this point, but... Okay. So, the beast wields black magic, you say?
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We
What
have
a
no
sneaky
fear
beast.
of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known. Save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
Okay. Has anyone... Well, to be fair, that answers the second question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Has anyone tried trapping the monster?
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker, this is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
Yeah, there's probably not many other witches around that they know about. Did you say tourney?
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident.
Alright, well, I guess there's no point beating about the bush. I will take the contract.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
Hello,
So you
Coda.
accept the contract. Excellent.
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you, yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ah, then post haste to Toussaint.
Toussaint. I heard you meowing through the door, Coda, but I don't know if anybody else heard it because my noise gate has changed. So hopefully nobody heard that. Because otherwise it means I'm picking up stuff from the TV as well. Oh, you are being a very cute boy. Very cute boy. And you're going to sit on the couch? No? Okay. Yeah. New setup. Still experimenting with stuff. Different games have different sound volumes and voice acting volumes and whatnot. I tend to prefer to set up the stream to be one consistent volume and then modify each game to be the same, or to, you know, to be balanced properly within the stream, because otherwise you have to change the stream every single time you change a game, and that just seems like way more effort than it's worth. So at the moment my Elgato's at minus 18.5 decibels. I could probably make that a little bit quieter, so change that to minus 20 or minus 19. The gain on the microphone is set to 12 o'clock, and I think 12 o'clock is probably the right position for these types of microphones. Noise gate is the one that's interesting. I've had to play around with that a little bit more. It's like at minus 36 decibels as the closing threshold and minus 30 as the opening threshold. So it's actually quite close together, but it's important because it means that whenever I'm speaking, the microphone gets picked up, but whenever I'm not speaking, it should close pretty quickly or pretty like soon after because the volume not that much. Wow, this is green. Damn. You know what? I'm kind of... There's another thing I've been thinking about changing, is the resolution of the stream.
Exactly how I remembered it.
And this DLC might be the reason to do that, because at the moment, 720p obviously is not the greatest.
has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance.
And this would look a
You will
lot
see
better
for
in
yourself.
1080, at least.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
The Heron! Oh, hello. Oh, practicing the Tony. Whoa! Hello! Where did you come from? What? What's going on? I feel like this would have been mentioned on my way here. Well now. Coda, down please. See, this is the problem with having a TV near shelves, is that cats like to climb on shelves. Oh, sorry about that, guys. There was probably a bit of feedback from the TV there as I got a lot closer to it. The Beast of Toussaint. Whoa, okay. Goliath. Alright, let's have a look. See, Axie's probably the best. Wow, he's got shockwaves. Woo! So, slowing him down is probably a good thing to do, but don't think I'll get a chance to... Oh dear. That is a very loud cat. Maybe we should have Quen on, shall we? Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that these guys don't have health bars to keep track of, because I'm barely keeping track of my own. Woo! Tell you what, they start off this DLC strong. Alright, just backing off a little bit. This actually didn't really work. Let's just have Quen on, shall we? No, don't kill the lambs! Probably get something good if you save a lot of the lambs. Right, so let's have Quen on, shall we? That didn't quite work as a dodge, but whatever. Do I actually even have any giant like decoctions or oils. Ooh, so slow. Alright, getting a few attacks in. Whoa. 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 Alright, so shockwave. Hey, get close to him, you can actually avoid that. Nice. Just blows you away. Alright, Goliath done. Yeah, Guillaume de l'Enfal.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
How would a giant wind up here?
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
This DLC looks very, very nice, I gotta say. Alright, I'm glad to take the trophy, but you did well against the giant.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again.
Oh no.
The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien Delatour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
Okay. Yeah, this guy used to be a knight and then got transformed. He's clearly got the peacock head armor, but are we going to take his head as a trophy? How that works. Also, I have never sold any of the trophies I've got. So, alright, well, I guess I might as well read up on the bestiary entry for this. Seems important. He would be an Ogroid. Goliath! According to legend, Goliath had once been a knight who violated his vows, for which he was punished by the Lady of the Lake. Transformed into a giant, he fled into the mountains and would only descend into the inhabited lowlands when hunger forced him to it. There's no knowing how much truth lies in that legend, yet it is an incontrovertible fact that this dangerous giant gobbled up shepherds and sheep alike, and was so widely feared governesses used him to scare children into eating their vegetables. Though he came across as a wild, unthinking beast, Goliath used simple tools, and any item could turn into a deadly weapon in his powerful hands. When fighting Geralt, Goliath wielded a millstone, making his every blow truly crushing. Luckily, Geralt already had some experience slaying giants, and made quick work of Goliath, as well with the much appreciated help of 3 knights, Milton de Peyrac-Perrin, Palmerin de l'Enfal, and Guillaume de l'Enfal. Oh, they're related. Or at least they're part of the same house. Okay, well, fair enough. Oh, and I didn't actually look at the trophy either. So what do I get as the trophy? So the trophy is... Let's see. Across we go. It gives me 5% bonus experience from monsters. You'd kind of hope that the DLC trophies would be better, but it doesn't seem like they are. 5% bonus experience from monsters. Oh god. Sorry, there is a cat that is clearly wanting attention because Pimmsy is not doing her job. And with the way we have our TV, there are shelves directly behind it. So when there's a cat climbing around, it's like, oh, are they gonna knock the TV over? That's pretty bad. Alright, so I'm gonna put on the 5% experience thing. I think the experience stuff is gonna be the best one to have. It's like 5% bonus experience from humans and non-humans, or 5% bonus experience from monsters. Probably humans, I guess, for the time being. Like, what does a non-human count as, you know? Is a monster a non-human? Because technically it is, but... And this is why I was hoping the trophy would be like 10% additional experience, but it's not. So, oh well. Reaper's just redeemed some channel points with points! With a highlighted message. Yes, we have channel points on our stream now. I mean, I think all streams do, but... I'm glad I searched that again. Could have missed that. But yes, you can redeem your channel points to, you know, have different rewards. It's more beneficial for people who aren't subscribed, but it's still pretty useful. For then you can have like a message that's highlighted.
Such good fortune you found us.
Move it.
Well, lead the way.
Brave
There we go.
kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Okay. So, in Blood and Wine, you can undergo additional mutations to unlock new capabilities. Soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Read it and investigate the story of Professor Moreau to learn more about these mutations. They say a master craftsman lives in Toussaint who can craft Witcher gear of unequaled quality. What's more, you receive special bonuses for wearing all or part of a set of this extraordinary equipment. You will not regret investigating these new options. Coda, could you be quiet, please? I know there is a bin bag with stuff in here because we haven't tied it up properly, but could you not, please? Thank you. Like, do I have to baby you? I think I have to baby you. Oh, good baby. Good baby. I did know that, notice that you could hear Coda purring when we were playing Spyro when Pimmsy put the microphone near him, so that's a fun thing we might do a bit more of. Okay, let's carry on. So yeah, Guillaume is Olmarin's kin, which is to be expected, you know. De Longfall's probably not the most common name.
Especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
Okay.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
That's not a good sign.
Look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
Okay, well, Witcher senses. Aha. Do Orans even work here? Like, you'd expect not, right? Completely different province.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went.
I think all channels have points now. Some had the points earlier and don't know if every channel can, but some have custom points, icons, and names. Yes, I do need to get around to customizing the channel point stuff because it's like the bit badges stuff. I just need to get around to adding more of that stuff. I mean, it's great that Twitch adds way more stuff, but it's also like I need to actually get around to doing it myself. Oh, hello. What are these? They're like drowners, but spiky. So they're what, scurvers? Is that what it... Whoa! Yes, they are scurvers. Okay. So they're like drowners that explode. Yep, you're gonna explode. Hello, Coda. Yes, I know. Oh, okay. Right, I will move my hand so you can sit down. Very good. Oh, he's such a good boy. This is what he wanted. He wanted his attention from his daddy. Okay, very good. Okay.
Smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
So, is there anything that makes scurvers more interesting than just, you know, just drowners? So, no, it's not going to be Draconid. No, it's not going to be Elementa. A Relict? No, Relics are more interesting. Yeah. Vectors? No. What do they count as? Beasts? No, they're not beasts. They might be Elementa in some way. Hybrids? Well, they're not insectoids, but... Necrophage... There we go, they're necrophages. Alright. Thought it was just a pile of rotten meat till it started to move. Thibaut from Beauclair. Scurvers are rot fiends' larger cousins. The bodies of these hideous, vaguely humanoid creatures are covered with rotten scraps of flesh, under which lurk even more rotten muscles stretched around a strong, flexible skeleton. Scurvers, which feed on old, rotting corpses, prefer to make their hunting grounds in abandoned torture sites, forgotten graveyards, and old battlefields. They are very aggressive, and though they feed on corpses, if they come across a living person, they are likely to attack. Thus, when wandering near any of the above-mentioned places, one must be especially cautious. Scurvers usually feed underground, but sometimes when they catch the scent of a human, they crawl to the surface in a matter of seconds and attack their potential prey. While fighting them, one cannot afford to forget about their special bony spines, razor-sharp protuberances sticking out from their skeletons. When a scurver is near death, the gases and enzymes gathered within its body cause it to explode, flinging these spines out at a great speed, turning them into one last deadly weapon in that arsenal. To protect oneself from damage from these spines, one should make prodigious use of the Quensign, and they are vulnerable against necrophage oil. Cool. Alright, carry on investigating.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything. Only
That seems
blood-soaked
incredibly
scars
unsafe.
left on the victim's clothing.
Or whatever. Ooh. Okay, we've got some boots. Hello. Linen. What is this? More random stuff. Handkerchief.
Silk kerchief. Monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank.
Alright, comb the bank. So, are we following footprints again, or is that something different? Ah, it might be here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, channel points need to get around to adding more stuff.
A boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Yeah, they're all just standing there watching what we're doing as well. Ooh. A hooded individual. Someone's watching us.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
I found a monogrammed handkerchief.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Delacroix.
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions, no matter the odds. Fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
Okay, back to the cavern then.
Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
Knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
He's very slow at his jogging, gotta say. Like, My jogging is faster considerably. Maybe he's being weighed down by his golden armor, but I don't think so. So yeah, with the whole channel points thing, I know I need to add some more bit badges in case people get past the highest one we've got so far.
Sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta.
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomerin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive.
Anarietta's her first name? But her, like, her name's Anna.
Traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
Alright, any more comments as we walk by? Ooh, notice board. Ah! Quests! Side quests we can distract ourselves with.
And our knights
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
That's a very thinly veiled, like, insult to him. Milton introduced me already. I'm Geralt. He did already introduce me.
Like Milton said, I've come from the north at the Duchess's behest to deal with the beast.
Yes, but who are you? A knight? A mercenary? A soldier?
Geralt is a witcher, a master of his trade. He has questions for you about the beast's most recent victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
They have a habit in Toussaint of overcomplicating things and using very flowery language and not getting to the point. The sky was red, then what?
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town, fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
The nets or the body parts? Also, I get the feeling that Milton is quite... like, he doesn't quite enjoy being part of Toussaint's tradition, considering, like, how non-flowery in language he is compared to Palmerin. But it's growing on me. And we got Big Harry here. Woo! We're back on track. Yes, we are. Thanks for joining the stream, Big Harry. How you doing? Alright. The victim's body. Where did they take it?
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
Oh, hello.
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Hello.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rossel's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret. The Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Rossel now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Rossel he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one throw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
The folk are saying that the beast is divine punishment?
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Oh, very good.
You insolent.
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher Codsworth.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
What else do people say about the beast?
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods.
The Toussaintois are no fools.
Toussaintois.
They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Ah.
Monster.
That is very picky. Like, how many days of patron saints can there be? Alright, I'll go and examine the body.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Ha! Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little
That's why he
tempted
called
to
you a
ask few
hare.
questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Yeah, I like Milton. He's pretty cool. Okay, so that's that done. All collector.
Welcome back.
Okay. So we have an innkeep, and if we have an innkeep, that means we have Gwent cards. Hello. Hello there. Can I have your Gwent cards, please? I'll probably have to pay you, play you for them.
I'd encourage you to try our famed fisherman's chowder. But alas, we are all out of crayfish.
Could replace them with something else. Perch, for example.
Replace crayfish with fish? I beg you. What next? Vinegar for wine? Parsley for thyme? Huh? Your Nordlings are a pleasant lot, but about cuisine you know nothing.
You know nothing. Alright. Show me what you got, and then I'll play you in Gwent.
Stock.
Because I imagine you have some good stuff. Also, I have 5 grand, and I need to spend it on something. So. Spend all the cards. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't need any of your food because we have the Horn of Plenty from the last DLC. Okay. Have you heard any rumors?
Got any gossip? Fishermen talking about anything interesting?
Yes, about a Nordling who would replace crayfish with pike.
Ouch.
Asked a serious question.
And a tactless one. I do not eavesdrop on my clients, and I certainly don't repeat anything I chance to hear.
Okay, he keeps himself out of everyone's business. That's fine. Alright, you want some from Gwent? Wow, why am I betting 25? No, thank you. Like, you only bet 5 in Velen.
Not likely to taste your famous fisherman's chowder, so maybe we could play some Gwent.
Yes.
Fellow, with a
Alright,
fish like that,
do I
you
need
must have
anything
your pick
else on
of the
there?
ladies.
Olgierd von Everik's a decent card if I want to just play around with stuff, but maybe I'm good. Oh, I have Tala. So if I add him... I think everyone else is good, right? I think I might have Olgierd von Everett. Yeah, cool. Alright, start the game. Ooh, Skellige. I will go first. So I can double up. I don't think I need to scorch people. And I don't think I need this. So I think we're good. So, how hard do I go to try and, like, blast people on the first turn? Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. Oh, of course, it doesn't work unless I've got more than 10 points. Interesting. You are in the rich part of the world, which is why the gambling for Gwent is so much higher. That's a good point, actually. I should have thought about that. Alright, how many cards do I want to play here? 36. Ooh, a light longship? Summoning more cards from the deck? I mean, I'm still got more, so... Let's play one hero card, and then buff with Dandelion. I think that'll do. No! No! Oh, man. Well, there's no point playing more cards, so... Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I didn't get any spies on my team, actually. That's a good point. Wow, he's gonna destroy me. So it seems like I did want that Scorch card, huh? Yeah, I don't even have enough to win. So, let's pass, shall we? And I'm glad I only bet 5, because wow. Alright, let's try that again in keep. Now I know you didn't come to play. You came to win. Yeah, we'll do the same thing again, though. Because I don't want to lose, like, hundreds of gold on Gwent playing that I can't do. Alright, so blah 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 blah, decoy. I'll just put decoy in. Commander's Horn in. No, I think that's fine. And the Scorch is already in. Okay, fair enough. We'll do that. Also, they're going first this time, which is handy. Alright, so I've got my doubles. I've got. I mean, do I need a Commander's Horn? I don't need a decoy if I don't have a spy. So that's Vernon, and then yeah. Okay, that's good. I like this. What? There's a cow card? Moo! Why? 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 Well, I'll start off with the same thing I did last time, which is just to play my stronger cards first. Sorry, weaker cards first. Scorch and Decoy are always good cards to have. I suppose. I guess I was trained on Scorch not doing that much when they don't have very many, like, attack cards. Like, Scorch here would do nothing for me. Alright, so... Dandelion's basically useless now, which is great. 15. I'm gonna play Vernon Roche. And then we'll see. He's got 2 more cards than me, that's a big problem. I mean, I think I need to pass now. And he's probably got higher cost cards now. Are those summoning from the deck? Yeah? What is that? What? Oh, it's a transform card. Oh, and because it's a monster card, it stays on the thing. Well then. Thanks for that. How did he end up with 3 cards, like... Now I've got 5 to his 3. So weird. Oh, that's why. I see. Well, alright. I'll see if I can beat him with this. I don't think I can. Yeah, this is a completely different deck that I've not come up against. Scorch is good against Northern Realms deck, Monster deck, and Skellige deck. I will take your word for that, because I don't know. Can I beat him with... So that adds more? No? Hey, I win! Sweet. Awesome. Because he already activated his ability, so... Woo! I think that was lucky more than anything.
Thought I knew them all. Guess I was wrong. Must be a one-off.
Clan Drummond Shield Maiden.
Back, signed by a certain Count Monnier. Invitation to a tournament. Interesting.
Oh, so you don't even get that side quest for a Gwent tournament unless you do Gwent on the Innkeeper. That's pretty cool, gotta say. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look at the notice board because it's a new place, a new area. So, herbs for embarrassing afflictions. Of late, as is often the case during the tourney season, the incidence of diseases afflicting the nether regions has increased. I can offer an ointment that will soothe all such unfortunate itching. The Innkeeper. Wanted, the White Wolf. The Witcher, Geralt of Rivia, known as the White Wolf, is wanted to serve as a guide. His potential employer guarantees an ample wage for this unusual contract. For more information, he should go to Count Belladal's temporary base camp in Toussaint. Note, we kindly request all other persons not present themselves at said camp under the pretense of being Geralt of Rivia. Count Belladal was not born yesterday, and can easily tell who is a Witcher and who is faking it. All those journeying to his camp in shabby costumes with wooden swords strapped to their backs can save themselves the trouble and turn back. Fair enough. Notice from the Ducal Camerlengo. Calling all knights errant and other strong men. The duchy needs you. Your aid is required. Bounteous rewards are in the offing. More details available at the Ducal Camerlengo's offices on Knights Dormant Square. Announcement from the Office of Internal Revenue from the Duchy of Toussaint. The Office of Internal Revenue, or the IRS, hereby announces a limited live auction to be held regarding the sale of a piece of developed real estate and accompanying agricultural land located in the Caraberta Woods region, having been left to the ducal treasury by the late Count Crespi, who departed this world without any heirs. Due to the unique nature of the Bellegarde estate and its important role in the production of wine, bringing great fame to the duchy in all corners of the world, only subjects of the Duchy of Toussaint shall be allowed to participate in the auction. Oh, that means we can't do it. To all knights errant and other such men of arms, be it known far and wide that the services of voluntary keepers of the peace shall be needed. Minor problems are expected to arise during the transfer of the above-mentioned real estate, and said problems, for their dissolution, could require the application of direct physical force. All volunteers are asked to report to the field office of the Procurator General of Toussaint near Plegamon's Bridge, that is to say, to the place where the auction shall be held. Hunting season now open. By decision of the Grand Master of the Hunt, all members of the Hunters' Union are hereby called upon to cull the numbers of our duchy's woodland predators. As specified in the relevant decree, hunters shall be richly rewarded for presenting ears taken from the wolves and bears which have spread like vermin across the Sansritor Marsh. Amandus, Grand Master of the Hunt and Baron of Trastamara. Contract for a Witcher or Witches. Caravan Escort. To a Witcher or Witches. The Beauclair Coopers Guild is seeking an individual or individuals willing to escort a merchant convoy through an area threatened by the Great White Terror. More information can be obtained from Gaston Legaffe at the merchant's camp in the forest to the north of Coronata Vineyard. Morgan Poulin, Under Secretary for Threats and Risk Management, Beauclair Coopers Guild.
Ducal clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
Okay. So we picked up a load of stuff there, I'm going to assume. So we got the Beast of Toussaint. We got lots of stuff. Wow, this stuff is higher level than what I'm at. So I guess I'm going to be doing the Beast of Toussaint more than anything else, I guess. But yeah, we have our new quests. So I guess we'll just carry on with the main quest though, shall we? Wine Wars, Bellegarde. Wait, how far away is this thing I'm trying to do?
Around here, it's...
How far away are we? Places where you can begin new quests in Blood and Wine are marked with a red exclamation mark. Okay. Okay. And we got undiscovered location. Ooh. This is pretty big. Yeah, this is pretty nice. like the Hearts of Stone DLC was obviously all in Novigrad and Velen anyway, but having a whole new area with a whole new map is pretty interesting. I like that. What's that? Oh, that's Roach. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I think we can just sprint our way over there. I will probably go ahead and do undiscovered locations off stream as I did in the main game, because I have no idea what the undiscovered location markers are going to be. But yeah, this is good start. Good start.
Have to hurry.
Sounds like a fight. What's going on? What's happening? Horses are running. Corvo Bianco Vineyard. Hello. No!
Killer must still be here.
Killer! The killer must still be here.
In the cellar. Gotta be.
Cellar door. Alright. Get a torch on, shall we? So many traps. Oh, what is this? Hello.
You. Saw you at the inn.
She's eating someone.
Why'd you kill these people? Clearly wasn't for their blood.
For their hand? For their jewelry? Well, hello there. Boing.
We don't have to fight.
Why are you naked all of a sudden?
You are wrong.
Disappear.
I cannot let you leave.
Ooh, transforming. Woo! Bruxa. Alright, well, invisible, you say? Alright, so if she is invisible, I might need to set up some traps, right? With Erden. Excuse me. Alright. Come on, Erden. That's Quan, thank you. Right, now we've got Erden. Woo. Wow, she does a lot of damage. Okay. Alright. What? What was that? God. She just killed me in like... She took off a third of my health in one go from way far away. Most undiscovered locations in this DLC are often pretty interesting. Okay, that's fair enough. Maybe I'll check out a couple of them, but from my experience in the DLC of Hearts and Stone, the undiscovered location markers were basically just locations of fallen knights and base camps there, and nothing really needs to be done with them. Like, I did go to all of the treasure hunt stuff, and I've got all of the recipes that I think I can get, but some quest outcomes need you to choose different choices to be able to get like a full set. I think there's a Witcher set of gear where you have to side with Olgierd von Everick rather than with Gauntro Dim. So there's at least one set that I'm not going to be able to complete fully. But that's my bad. Although, to be fair, I'm not really doing a whole set of Witcher gear anyway, because I'm still using the old... What is this? Yeah, Offieri stuff, I think. Alright, that's Quen on again, thank you. And Erden. Woo! Alright. And still. Yeah, it's like a shockwave blast. Woo! So at least Erden is slowing her down. Why is it not selecting Quen? Very jumpy. Also, I like the irony of making a vampire bleed. Alright, back to Erden. What is the monster that specifically has shockwave attacks through sound? Because it's not the siren, because that's just singing through song, right? Come on. Alright, so put Gwen back on, put Erden back on, put Erden back on, thank you. Yeah, for some reason the selecting of the Witcher signs is being finicky. For no reason. Hello? Where are you? Oh, are you stuck? You're stuck. Hi there. Well, I'll just let you do your thing, yeah? You know? There we go. So she does seem to be deflecting the attacks as well, actually. Whoa! Okay. Should have knocked back a vial of black blood. Alright, back to Gwen. So now she's regenerating her health. Almost there. Uh-oh. One more Erden should do, I think. Come on. That wasn't Erden. Pick Erden. Thank you. And back to Gwen. I suppose I could probably just try and attack her while she's invisible. That does seem to be able to work. Alright. Go to Gwen. Thank you, Gwen. There we go. Roxy. You dead? Hey, level 39.
To get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
Indeed. Alright, so you can only get the Viper Silver Sword if you side with Beckham. Yeah, so I can't get the Viper set fully now, which is a bit of a shame. And Black Blood is good against bloodsuckers. They get poisoned and stunned from sucking on you. Ah, do I even have Black Blood, though? I don't think I do. I'll have a quick check now, but... like, I've not spent a lot of time with kind of... is it a potion? Doesn't seem like it. Oh no, I do. Superior Black Blood. I'm missing White Gull and Rebis. So, yeah. So I do have the potential to do that, but I just didn't. Fair enough. So let's repair some of our stuff, because it needs it. 40% please. Yep, that'll do. That'll do. I don't need to repair anything else on that. Let's repair Journeyman. Thank you. And the boots as well. And then what? Charges? Sure, why not? I've got tons of these repair kit items. I never use them that often. Alright. So, the body. Examine the body.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought.
Examine the head.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins.
Pouch filled with florin.
Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, Means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
But why would they? Let's examine the chest.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this.
So the Bruxa were just scavenging. And the severed hand?
Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely
Still
alive
twitching.
after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Okay. Well, that seems to be everything here. End the examination.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Okay. So I need to find Palmerin now. But before we do that, let's have a look at that Bruxa entry. And I'm pretty sure that would indeed be no, vampire. Here we go. Bruxa! If you must travel through the woods, steer clear of any places where you can hear several different kinds of birds at once. That sound means you're entering a Bruxa's territory and can kiss your life farewell. Anonymous piece of advice. Fortunately for us all, Bruxa are rare creatures. Most live far from population centers, for they care greatly for their own safety and make their lairs in places where they cannot be taken by surprise. Those who decide to live near men avoid crowds and emerge from their shelters only at night. When they do, one could almost mistake them for delayed travelers hurrying towards their night's lodging. Yet subtle details give them away. Their close ties to birds, their piercing voices, and the breathtaking speed of their movements. Bruxa are far swifter and stronger than men, but their greatest asset is their ability to turn invisible. That does not explain anything about why this Bruxa was, like, chasing after this body. So they're weak to moon dust, vampire oil, black blood, and earth. Okay. Alright, well, yeah, I guess there's nothing else to investigate in here, so we'll just walk out of all the death and the bloodshed and say, yep, nothing to see here, guys. Ooh. I suppose we shouldn't be that far from the Duchess. I mean, it depends on, like, how close to the castle can these estates be? Because you'd expect them to have their own land and farmland and vineyards and whatever else. But this could be fairly close by, seems like. Ooh, the tourney grounds, Sans Ritor Valley. We're gonna do jousting. Oh, this is pretty good. Even though I know that I could probably get there faster by, you know, using Roach, it's nice to explore the thing on foot for a bit. Also, am I getting... I think I'm getting, like, motion blur. Why am I getting motion blur on the video? Display? No, there's no motion blur stuff, is it? Post-processing? Oh, there we go. Turn that off. Yeah, that's better. Why is motion blur on? It's not been on before. Palmerin!
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerin, what about the story of Riddick and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Of course. Virtue always triumphs, the stronger wins. Not always, but it's worth being good. These are kids. You know, virtue always triumphs.
Yeah, virtue always wins.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain and he wins.
Who's this?
The Cutter of Casteldaccia too.
Who are these?
Moral victory. That's what counts.
Rubbish.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents.
Like, if I knew these kids were intelligent and had known about other people, then I wouldn't have said that.
Our Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
This is the way.
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
What? That's not a...
Someone's gonna fight a Shelmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Emperor? I didn't think he had anything to do with this. The whole thing's dangerous.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw a spectacle of the sort at the arena in Novigrad. There, a knight entered the Shelmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shelmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a Witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shelmar. And that's not even every Witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd, plain irresponsible.
The voice here sounds a bit quiet compared to the crowd, but... Alright, who's gonna face the Shelmar?
Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Alright, let's go see the Duchess.
Let's go.
Also, Guillaume's gonna die. You can clearly tell they took a completely different direction with this Blood and Wine DLC, but this must be based off the books. So this should happen, and it's just that Geralt gets like roped into it through a different way.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Never seen a Shelmar before. Yeah, bells on its tail doesn't seem like a lot. Like, even if it's very stupid,
Got a bad feeling about this.
it feels like bells on the tail is not enough. Because there is a level of just brute strength here. Especially when it can do that. It's not dead yet. Why are you celebrating? It's not dead.
Damn it.
Do we go in and save him? Blah. Go in and save him?
We have to help him.
Yep. In we go. I mean, these are all flimsy excuses for them to make you fight different monsters in the DLC, but I appreciate it. So let's have Quen to begin with, and then maybe Axie to slow them down. Oh, Palmerin's got a health bar. Woo. Cut its soft underbelly. Alright, not gonna get a chance to get hard on for a bit. I suppose you can probably... Can you push it down? Probably not, right? So now it's like doing its defensive moves. Maybe Erden would work? Sure. I mean, Palmerin is very unlikely to survive this, I gotta say. Also, does Erden work if it's trying to Ooh. Alright, let's try Axie again. That's hard again, whatever. Let's have Quen on, I guess. I want to get his, like, soft underbelly again. Although it does seem you can get a couple of hits in, which is quite interesting. Geralt was in Toussaint in books around 5 years before the first Switcher game. Oh, okay. So yeah, it does make sense then. Alright. You... Like, how does this fight even work with something that moves so... Like, I can't even get Axie to break it out of this. Like, if I try R to push it over, does that work? I like that. Honor, wine, and country. Very French. No, that's not working. Let's try Ernan again. Hopefully if it stands up, it gets moved towards me. Come on, move towards me. Now it's slowed down. No, slowing down doesn't make it expose itself. Like, I can get an idea of what you're supposed to do, which is you're supposed to make it run into a wall. Like that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, fair enough. So this is what Quen's for. What is it doing? Whoa. What? What are you doing? Okay. Well, I didn't think Palmerin would last, honestly, but now that I get what the Shell Ma's about. Come on, into the wall. Woo. Woo. Ugh. It's like trying to fight Sonic. That's probably not what I wanted. I might die as soon as I unpause. Although, if I die, does that mean Palmerin comes alive again? Alright, so I've got to get out and then... Okay. Alright, get Quen on. Yeah, basically just needs him to run into the wall, and then I can get him, yeah. Dead? Okay. Sorry, Palmerin, but yeah, you should have left it to me. Well, yeah. I did tell him. I warned him.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
I don't feel good about this. Like, you're all celebrating, but someone died. In fact, it wasn't even Guillaume either.
Do what you must. Finish the deed.
I kind of have to now. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
The monster lies slain. The fight is done. Praised be the victors.
What victors? What victors? There's only me. Palmerin's dead.
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my young
Wait, what?
days.
Hang on.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help.
What? What? He died.
The lad came damned close to dying.
He... Oh.
Fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
It's hard to kill a knight in full armor he was just knocked down.
Speech clearly paints you. She approaches.
So now I killed the Shelmar even though he wasn't dead.
Geralt, we must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
Ravished.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
I don't like how that was presented to me. It seemed like Palmerin jumped in to save his kin, and then, like, that would obviously cost a price because Guillaume shouldn't be doing this. A fight against a Shelmar, arranging something like that for sport is a bad idea, especially when you force me to kill it. Well, not force me, but I was presented with a choice and I thought I needed to.
Your Grace, Shelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
He didn't slay the monster!
What about the crowd? Say the Shelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
He didn't even do it! That's the thing that's annoying. It's like, oh, Guillaume now has eternal glory. It's like, no, he didn't do it. Alright, about the contract.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
I'm sorry, Shelmar. Man, that just feels bad. Oh well, at least we're going to see the Duchy. The Duchess, I should say.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Who's that?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Ooh.
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him.
Ooh, Dandelion getting away with murder.
If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
So, got some unresolved issues with
the
him?
very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Hello.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings.
Sorry to have to tell you, a Bruxer killed some guardsmen.
Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body.
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Kinda.
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I'm gonna need two things: information and access to a laboratory.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Sure,
Damien,
sure.
we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay.
20,000.
Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
What does that mean? Do witches usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect? What? What does that mean? Also, Dandelion was the Duchess's lover, but she got bored of him and wanted him dead because I don't really remember. But she changed her mind during the execution and let him be. Oh, so she's crazy. I see. Okay. Do witches usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect? I'm gonna go with not always.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise. It's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
I've just heard about the Law of Surprise in the Netflix show.
This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard.
Ooh.
Corvo Bianco.
Wait, what?
And a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate.
That's the one with full of dead people.
Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
So here's your
lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace.
Home estate.
Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Thank you.
I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information.
Alright, the beast's first victim, what do we know?
How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Ooh, murder mystery. Beast's second victim, tell me about him.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
Also, I just got now that the handkerchief has been monogrammed DLC, as in Blood and Wine DLC. Alright, so these victims, they were both older knights.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Numismatics. That's an interesting word I don't know the definition of. So, there are similarities between the victims. There seem to be more and more of them.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
What could it be?
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Why those virtues exactly, though?
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
I'm kind of getting Fire Emblem Three Houses vibes here. The beast sounds very much like Edelgard trying to break up the nobility. These knights who have, you know, perverted what the nobility or what the Knights of Toussaint were meant to stand for. But also the fact that they expect people of low birth to be simple-hearted and obedient sounds a bit, I don't know, domineering, I guess? A bit odd. Anyway. The beast is denouncing moral decay.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
It's basically 7.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
We're gonna find a head in a box
Can't
later.
discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Briefly.
Mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
No, Milton!
Simple. Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
What's that mean? A team? I'm a witcher. I'm singular and individual.
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure.
So basically we just need to find, like, the A-team of these knights and save the last 2 people. Alright, we need to find Milton then.
Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded
Well, tell me the secret.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner.
That's smart. Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall.
Will you now?
Murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace.
And not for Milton. We like Milton.
Ready our horses.
Horses? Get the horses ready. Okay, so there's like a clash of the nobility and the knights and whatever else. Whoa, what was that? She phased a little bit. Huh.
What the hell? Why, I should...
Hello.
Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
So she likes to take action, which is what I'm getting here. Not one for tradition, I would see.
Hey, that is silk. Be careful. Give it to me.
Well, that's a very odd interlude, but yeah, she kind of like phased out a little bit. Like 2 after images or 1 after image, or yeah, it was a bit odd. But oh well. I'm going to assume that was a glitch on behalf of the game and not a clue as to what the beast could actually be. Because it's too early to try and start overthinking about, oh, it's the Duchess. Oh, it's Damien de la Tour. Oh, it's Milton de Peran. Like, it's too early for that. I don't actually even know how long the Blood and Wine DLC actually is either. So, depending on how long the DLC takes to complete, maybe the undiscovered location stuff and side quests should all be on-stream stuff. I don't know. Ooh, hello.
Your Grace seems right at home in saddle.
Got a very fancy palace. I will have to read up on all of these glossary entries, bestiary entries, and so on. Anna Henrietta with some rogue? Yes, why not? Also, this is a giant palace.
It's here, just round the corner.
Hurry.
Run, Anna.
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the essence.
So we'll have to break the rules. What rules are these? How are we going to break them?
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up.
Okay.
You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Okay, where are they? The golden unicorn horn?
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It turns around over there, look.
Oh, it's just a horse.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish.
Well, it's a real horse.
Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
Okay, that's simple enough.
The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters.
How am I supposed to know where they are?
All clear? Then let's get to it.
Okay, well then let's go ahead and find them, shall we? So down the stairs we go. Look for the unicorn in the clearing in the palace gardens. Okay, let's keep going down. Yes, Pimmsy. No, I'm still playing the game. I will come for lunch once the game stream is over. I don't know. Okay then. I don't know if anyone else on the stream heard that actually, but Pimmsy was asking about the lunch. So, hello horse, hello horsey. How you doing?
Perhaps an apple will work, or some sweets.
We
Just use
would not
Axie.
be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
What?
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Hey horsey. Just use Axie. Just use Axie. Alright, well I guess this is working out fine. No! Use your Witcher senses to find a treat for the unicorn. Okay. You know, for the urgency that I was supposed to have, this has changed a bit.
To tempt a unicorn. Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse.
Oh, unicorns don't run from pure girls. Ah, I see, I see. Oh, I have to walk with this apple in my hand? Really? Alright, well, fair enough then. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Like, purity and innocence is a good thing. And people would, like, want the girls to stay innocent and pure. Okay, well. Here you go, horsey. Here's a ripe apple for you.
Easy.
Thank you. Blue from the horn of a unicorn.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Yeah, you kind of are, aren't you? Alright, is this a good way to... No, is it this way? Probably this way, right? Yeah, down the hill. I don't know why it's trying to get me to go that way.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Ooh. Dive off the pier. Yeah!
Did someone just dive in the water?
Perhaps that's the way to do it. It is indeed. Andy. Coffee. I think there's a golden fish to my right. More candy. Also, I was quite surprised to hear that you can actually hear the doorbell pick up on my microphone. That's quite interesting. Right, let's surface. And then get some breath back. And then dive, dive, dive! Alright. So, golden fish, golden fish. Did I look at you yet? Can't tell if I did. Yes, I did. Where's this goddamn golden fish? Oh, there we go. Just even further away. I think once I've got the clues for the fish and the horn, I will go ahead and read those bestiary entries. What? No! Sorry, friend. I'm gonna have to take that from you.
Stop. It's important.
Now I'm gonna have to negotiate with someone about this golden fish.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
Thank you. key from the golden fish. Alright, let's read those entries, shall we? So, characters, I guess it would be, that I want to look for. So, Anna Henrietta. If this world has ever known a ruler who enjoyed the absolute admiration of her subjects without the need for systematic repression or a particularly cruel hangman, it was without a doubt the sovereign of Toussaint, Duchess Anna Henrietta. Called Henrietta by those who knew her well, she was the widow of the late lamented Duke Raymond and one-time lover of the very famous and talented artist who preferred to remain anonymous. A few years prior, when the Witcher and a band of friends were visiting Toussaint, Anna Henrietta had the pleasure of meeting Geralt of Rivia. When a mysterious beast began attacking her courtiers, the Duchess thus knew exactly who to summon. While searching for the beast, the Duchess proved that when the need arose, she was able to throw off the chains of convention and get her hands dirty with direct action alongside the Witcher, even if she had to do so in a state of relative dishabille. Damien de la Tour. One of the people Geralt encountered at the Beauclair court was Captain Damien de la Tour, the captain of the Ducal Guard. He was absolutely, unconditionally, to say unthinkingly would be a fair, yet not entirely inaccurate, devoted to his position and worshipped the ground the Duchess walked on. If you want my personal opinion, he was the most definitely besotted with her. He came across as a typical soldier, i.e. a thick-headed lackey who, seeing Geralt, immediately decided he must prove who had the more massive unmentionables. Geralt treated this challenge with dispassionate superiority, yet accepted it nonetheless, and in doing so earned himself another enemy. Okay. There was some other ones as well, though, wasn't there? Milton. Milton de Peyran was a baron from Toussaint and a member of Anna Henrietta's inner circle of knights. This good-humoured nobleman never met an overloaded banquet table he failed to unload of its burdens, yet nor did he ever shirk a fight against heavily armed bandits or any other enemies of the duchy. Geralt had met Milton years ago under very peculiar circumstances that deserve to be recounted properly and at length. Their roads crossed again when Milton came to the Witcher as a Duchess envoy to ask our hero to journey with him to Toussaint. Palmerin de l'Enfant. Not all knights errant in Toussaint were embodiments of virtue, but if I had to choose one among them who did personify their chivalric creed, it would be Palmerin de l'Enfant. He is all the more admirable for the fact that years ago he was no stranger to the pleasures of eating, drinking, and making merry in a variety of fashions. With time, however, he abandoned vice and drew closer to the knightly ideal. Geralt realized this when Palmerin came to him as an envoy from Anna Henrietta. The old-fashioned and somewhat naive knight immediately made a good impression on him, for while he did take formalities and courtesies a tad too seriously, he was anything but pompous and grandiose. Cool. And everything else we've already seen before. So, we'll have some clues. We need to save Milton. Yes, I have ruined the game. But that's what you get for playing a game where there are other factors at stake here. Also, why were you messing around so much with the whole, I present this golden fish to you? Because, alright, I get tradition is a big thing in Toussaint, and the whole being overly flowery with stuff going on is another thing. But just get to the point, do it, you know? Otherwise, people who are more unscrupulous will just do what Geralt did. So I need to meet the Duchess and assemble the clues. Is it even worth me going into the fast travel point? Maybe, right? Is there another fast travel marker closer? Oh, no, there's not. There is for the Beauclair Palace, but not for where she is specifically.
Oh, one more!
Duchess, how are you doing?
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
Hand it over.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
Thank you.
Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours.
What?
Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Got no idea where Milton's hiding. So, I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese. What? It is somewhere cramped. I mean, I guess it's a cave. It's somewhere cramped.
Is it about someplace really cramped, uncomfortable?
Because it mentions groans and a mouse? No, false hints, I think. Meant to lead us astray. Look, if we take groan, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
Why?
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks. And the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
So I open with a groan with ease, so you fill the ease with groan there, but I don't get why house is head of hard cheese. It's just hard cheese is H.
Wait here.
You do not expect me to wait? No, Milton! No! Sorry, Geralt, you should have died from that fall, thank you. He's got like Wolverine claws.
What was that?
Oh no, it is just like his actual hand claws. This is the most athletic I've ever seen Geralt. Hauteville-Beauclair. So obviously this is not going to be the main beast, or at least we're not going to be able to kill the main beast just yet.
I'm here.
Hello.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
Because you're killing people.
4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
How many innocent people have I killed? I don't actually know. Because there's always the question of how innocent can a person be if they're getting involved with The Witcher, right? Like, I may have left people to die inadvertently. I may have accidentally, you know, wounded people and they died of their injuries. But I think, in theory, I've not killed anyone innocent. So I'm gonna go with none.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
Happily ever after? Got an interesting look to his face. Oh, it is the Beast of Beauclair.
I won't let you kill it.
Well, I'm going to assume that I will be able to kind of slow him down a bit, but I also need to have wine on, thank you. So he's doing the same thing as before, which is deflecting my blows. That makes sense. Yeah, it looks like you can't try and attack him from the front. Or at least you can if you've got Quen on, perhaps. Wow. Well, I'm glad I had the Quen on to save me there. Come on. Come on, Quen. And then Odin again. Back up. Back up. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. I'm not 100% sure if Odin's actually doing anything here.
Not good.
Not quite. Alright. What does the full moon do? I don't know. I haven't actually rested yet. Oh, am I not supposed to win that fight? Maybe you get something different if you can win that fight. What?
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
What on earth is going on here?
No, he's my friend.
So he's got punched through, and I guess he's going to regenerate himself now?
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
You?
Regis? You alright?
Regis? Hello?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
You're a vampire,
How's this
eh?
even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
So, how did you regenerate?
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So, what brings you back after all these years?
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlaf. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
Who's Detlaf?
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlaf is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlaf is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Not some decadent shit who kills for sport or to assuage a dryness of throat or dullness of mood. How can you be so sure?
Seem pretty damn sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well.
That didn't actually explain
Despite
anything.
appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlaf. who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Why did Detlef kill the monster?
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Detlef an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice: to leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter, regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Not really.
Same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Oh, something's upset him, has it? Have you got any idea what could have angered him?
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Alright, well, we've got to find him.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all,
I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Quite a bit.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Will we? Okay. So he's got black and grey, and Detlef has red.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
No! I liked Milton. I like Milton better than Palmerin. They do that on purpose. Okay. La Cage au Froid. Detlef van de Eretain. Okay. That's a long name for Regis. Okay. Let's have a short meditation, shall we? Just a teeny short one. Alright, so everything's regenerated, alcohol back. So in the characters glossary we have Emil Regis Rohelic Terziev Godefroy. Geralt chased Sir Milton's murder. Oh, has Milton's thing changed? Should have done, right? Go all the way down to M for Milton. M for Milton. Oh, there we go. Milton made for good company. Was he also a good man? I do not know. Geralt told me later some incidents from his past gnawed on his conscience. We shall never know precisely what moral burdens he carried, for Milton de Peyrac de Peyran perished in the palace gardens, the beast's fourth victim. May he rest in Aw. Damn it. I liked Milton. Okay, so, Regis. Geralt chased Sir Milton's murderer with mad intensity. How this chase ended stands as clear witness to the fact Geralt was facing a highly dangerous foe. The killer led Geralt to an old warehouse where it set a trap for him. A fight ensued, and at a crucial moment Geralt was saved by Regis, a higher vampire and old friend. Here I must explain that, years ago, Regis had joined Geralt's band of fellow travellers, of which I was a proud part, and set off with us in search of Ciri. Together we lived through many fascinating adventures, and Regis proved himself a loyal friend, the kind you can trust with your life. Sadly, the expedition ended tragically for Regis. He was killed by Vilgefortz, who reduced him to nothing more than a wet stain. Hence the Witcher's immense surprise at encountering his old friend. After all, he had seen Regis die with his own eyes. But the thing is, that was not Regis' final death, not even his first. As a young man, Regis had been a bit of a free spirit and overindulged in the drinking of blood. This lifestyle led him to being butchered by angry villagers. Regenerating from that took him 50 years, or nearly no time at all for an immortal. When he was back in full health, he kicked the habit of blood drinking for good. For years, we thought he was all gone forever. Yet there he was, standing in front of Geralt in the dockside warehouse. Regis explained he had regenerated and come to Toussaint to find Detlef, a friend. Such were the dramatic circumstances bringing Regis and Geralt together again in Beauclair. They did not have long to enjoy their reunion, however. They could hear the others approaching, and Regis, not wanting to risk an encounter with angry humans, agreed to meet back up with Geralt at the cemetery where he had made an altogether comfortable temporary home for himself. Okay. And Detlef van der Eretine. Milton's murderer was very swift. Even with years of witchering under his belt, Geralt could barely keep up with him. Soon it became clear the killer was as clever as he was fast by entering an old warehouse where he set a trap for Geralt. In this way, Geralt had his first face-to-face encounter with the Beast of Beauclair and discovered it was a higher vampire named Detlef. A fight immediately ensued which might have ended very badly for the Witcher had he not been saved in the nick of time by an old friend, Regis, who put a stop to their battle. After that, Detlef fled away in a puff of fog. Okay. So, it doesn't seem like we actually do have to investigate anything in here. So, I actually think this is probably a good point to end the stream for today. I am getting a little bit hungry, like Pimmsy mentioned before about lunch. And we do have like quite a few secondary quests we can look to do. Wine Wars, The Wobble of a Smitten Knight, Big Game Hunter. And I am level 39. I've probably got some points to spend, character-wise. So next time we could probably go ahead and do some of these side quests. You know, maybe the Gwent tournament, maybe the Wine Wars, maybe the contracts, who knows. And there's also going to be a lot more exploring to do in terms of the world map. There's a notice board here to find. There's the thing for Regis. There's a notice board near there for Regis as well. So yeah, got lots to do. Lots to do. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to call it a day here. So thanks for watching the stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can follow us at twitch.tv/RiggyRob to watch us live in case you're watching us on the catch-up. You can also subscribe to us because we are Twitch affiliates. And a big thank you to Reaper for subscribing for 21 months today. Thank you very much, Reaper. Once we reach 50 sub points, we'll be adding face cams to our streams. And like I've said, I think the counter for the sub points is a little bit bugged out, but I think that's a problem with Streamlabs rather than the actual subscription. So I will get to a point where if people who are subscribed resubscribe and it updates properly, I will make sure that the sub point goal is updated as well. We have our streams uploaded to YouTube afterwards, at least 24 hours, although it might be a while before this Witcher one is uploaded to YouTube. At RiggyRob Pimmsy Play. Link is in the chat now for our YouTube channel. Also our Discord and our Twitter you can follow us on, and that will notify when we go live, either automatically or manually. We make sure that we have a schedule of Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. 8 PM UK time for the weekdays and 10 AM UK time on Sundays, although I did start a little bit later today because me and Pimmsy had a bit of a lie-in for the first time in a long time because Pimmsy works weekends. So yeah, alright. I think that'll do it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.